One application of path analysis is called mediational analysis. Mediational analysis is used to study whether a mediator or third variable can account for the relationship between your predictor and criterion variables. This mediating variable is called a mediator. There are a number of conditions that must be met in order to conclude that a third variable is mediating the relationship between two other variables. First, you have to demonstrate that the relationships between the following pairs of variables are statistically significant when you are looking at them in isolation: x and y, x and m and y. Then you have to look at all three variables together. When you are using both m and x to predict y, the relationship between m and y has to still be significant, and the relationship between x and y has to be reduced. If the x-y correlation is not reduced, then m is not mediating the relationship. When adding m results in x no longer being a significant predictor of y, it's called full mediation. If adding m only weakens but does not eliminate the influence of x, it's called partial mediation. An example of a mediated relationship is that of level of education and annual income. It is widely known that what your highest degree is highly predictive of how much money you make. However, this relationship is not as direct or as straightforward as it may initially seem. How much schooling you've had greatly influences what kind of job you have, and what kind of job you have is a really good predictor of how much money you make. In fact, occupation is such a good predictor of annual income that when you use both education and occupation to predict income, the relationship between occupation and income remains significant, while education loses a large portion of its predictive ability. Thus, we can say that occupation mediates the relationship between education level and annual income.